It was during my senior year. I had my mind set on heading into the corporate world, but took a class, a nonprofit management class, that changed the trajectory of my vocation. We were given the opportunity to come alongside a Cambodian refugee organization that was helping the refugees that were coming into this part of the country to find housing, to find food, to find employment. And for me, it was the first time that I realized that my love for business, my entrepreneurial drive, my love for people could all come together in one place to go make a profound impact in the world for the cause of Christ. My name is Adam Morris, and I am honored to be serving as the 18th president of Azusa Pacific University. Some of the things that drew me to you early on in my process, first and foremost, your motto of God first, your four cornerstones of Christ, scholarship, community, and service. Of course, I've been drawn to the diversity of the APU community, reflecting the beautiful tapestry of God's creation. My journey to Azusa Pacific University is really a continuation of God's story. You were interviewing me, and of course I was interviewing you, right? I had lots of questions about APU. I wanted to talk about fidelity of mission. I wanted to talk about COVID. I wanted to talk about the well-being of faculty, staff, and students. I come from a university that's also in LA County, and when you were closed, we were closed. And so I know the journey that you all have been on, and I wanted to find out, how are you doing? What is the condition of the wonderful people who are working at this institution? How are they holding up? I wanted to talk about admissions. I wanted to talk about finances. I wanted to talk about fundraising. I do believe that the Lord has equipped me for just such a time as this to be joining Azusa Pacific University as your next president. I've served in Christian higher education now for more than 30 years. I would describe myself as a bit of a student of the business model of higher education and believe that I understand the factors that lead to organizational health and stability. The work of transformation, the work of enrollment, the work of advancement, these are oftentimes the primary revenue drivers of an institution. And so the Lord has given me experience in these various areas. More importantly for me is I'm coming to you having been in leadership positions that reflect a deep dependence on God. I've had a front row seat to the work that He has been doing in Christ-centered higher education. I come to you with firsthand knowledge of the power of prayer. I come to you understanding the role of discernment in executive leadership. And so I'm coming to you incredibly hopeful for what we'll be able to accomplish together. I've been so pleased to learn how the APU community is intentional in its pursuit of the holistic development of all students. How we support students well from diverse backgrounds and value their lived experiences matters. It begins with the faculty in creating a rigorous academic community where scholarship is valued and supported and where research is encouraged. I'm equally excited to help cultivate and encourage discipleship throughout the APU community. This means that discipleship can and should be happening everywhere, in the residence halls, in the lecture halls, in the classrooms, in laboratories, during office hours with faculty members, in an online community with your student cohort, on athletic teams, over lunch with a fellow student. The opportunity to bring leadership to an institution that is serious about pouring into the lives of students. These students are the light of the world. They are a reflection of Christ to our community. Throughout this process, I can tell you that my wife and I have held this opportunity with open hands. We have prayed fervently. Faith and I have had multiple opportunities to be on your campus. Twice we've been there on an early Sunday morning where we have walked the campus. We have paused in different locations to pray. As we've been in this process, we wanted to physically be on the APU campus to just offer ourselves to the Lord. Stepping into this position, we believe deeply in our hearts with complete conviction that God has called us to serve in this capacity. And I'm super excited to be joining this community to see what God will do in us and through us in the months and years to come.